Almost 5 children die every day as a result of child abuse. More than 3 out of 4 are under the age of 4. On average, more than 3 women are murdered by their husbands or boyfriends in the U.S. every day. In 2000, 56,452 calls reporting domestic violence incidents were made to the Los Angeles County Police law enforcement agencies, 71% of which involved a weapon. However, many women still do not report their abuse or self-identity as victims from fear or lack of knowledge. A lot of people don't go to crisis centers. The victims that are living in America don't go to crisis centers because they don't have all their facts down. As a society, we need to help the victims in our society through these crisis centers in order to help them function in society once more. A lot of the cons to going to these crisis centers is one of them is financial security. People leave their family situation, some of them have kids, and they don't have any money, and they're afraid to go to these crisis centers because if they leave and they press charges, or even if they don't press charges, they just leave, they don't have any money. Another reason that people don't go is that it's a humiliating experience for them. When they go, they feel as if there's something wrong with them. Other people are forced to go there by law enforcement, and when people are in the same environment as those that are forced to go by law enforcement, they begin to feel insecure about why they're there, insecure about themselves, or imbalanced. Other people in the crisis center may be irritable due to their own personal situations, and all these lead to not a very good experience when people go to these crisis centers. And we need to help our victims to become functioning members of society. So we need to increase fundings, we need to increase resources for our crisis centers in order to help these victims. A lot of women who are pregnant, rape victims, domestic violence victims, they experience more depression, they experience more suicide attempts, and the use of tobacco, alcohol, and illegal drugs are much more prominent in these women. Also, children growing up that have been abused as young children, much more prominent in these people. Getting help through crisis centers, they are more likely to heal the right way, talk to people, less likely to, commit suicide, less likely to use drugs, less likely to become alcoholics. Another way that we can help is through politics. You see lots of advertisements for animal shelters and things going on around the world that they're asking for money, and these things are important. Things such as AIDS in Africa, animal shelters, but these things are getting more money than the crisis centers here in America. And although those other things are very important, we need to look out for America first. We need to look out for our victims, because if we don't look out for our victims, we're looking at people in our country that can't function. And the more people we can have function in our society, the more people we can have as working citizens, the more successful our country will be, and the more successful we'll be in helping other countries. But before we help other countries, we've got to help ourselves. And basically what we need to do is we need to make crisis centers not be so taboo, and we need to just make sure that when people go to crisis centers, they have as pleasant experience as they possibly could in order to help our victims in America heal.